Hey guys, today I'll be going over my least favorite map in Call of Duty Zombies history, Transit. This video is not scripted, just coming from the bottom of my heart. I'll just get right into it. So you have 4 characters, Russman, Marlton, Samuel, and Misty. And they're not good characters. They don't really add a lot. They're just kind of plain annoying. And yeah, also Transit has a lot of cancerous features, like the fog, denizens, and lava. They put those features in place because this map was such a huge endeavor. It would have crashed the tech that they had at the time with the Xbox 360 and the PS3. So they had to put in these features to make it so the player wouldn't crash the game. Transit also had buildables like the turbine, the jet gun, and the power switch. And power switch isn't that bad for a buildable. It's just 3 parts and it can't be destroyed, so it's not that bad. The jet gun is the worst wonder weapon in Zombies history. It is horrible. It breaks after a few seconds of use, and then you have to rebuild it. It's not good. The turbines are used for a couple things like pack-a-punch, and opening doors. And I mean, it's fine for that, but it doesn't do a lot. For pack-a-punch is a little too tedious. Well, not a little too tedious, way too tedious. It takes way too much. Then the bus, you can add stuff to the bus like the ladder to get on top of the bus and the plow in front of the bus so you can run over zombies. And I mean, those aren't that bad. They add some stuff to the map. Now let's talk about the bus. I mean, I don't like the bus. Ted never leaves when you want him to. He only leaves when you don't want him to. And he never leaves when you actually want him to. So, the zombies can go on the sides of the bus and there's barriers, and that's annoying because you always have to rebuild the barriers or else you're just going to get overrun. And then they had the B23R as the gun they chose to have on the bus. The B23R, that thing drops off really, really quickly. And it's 1,000 points. The B23R thinks you want it. It's 1,000 points. No, you don't. And I'm pretty sure there's 4 wall weapons. Transit, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's 4. The MP5, which is 1,000 points, which is actually worth 1,000 points. The B23R, which is not worth 1,000 points. The Olympia and the M14, which are both just starter weapons, are only 500 points. So, I mean, you wouldn't expect a lot. And, the bus is annoying because, I mean, you're just sitting on the bus waiting to die and get to your location. There's 4 locations in the game: bus depot, diner, which is where the mystery box is, and then you have the MP5 inside the actual diner, and speed cola. And then you have farm, which there's really nothing in farm. I think there's some things, I forgot what was there. Besides the ladder, which is one of the things you can put on the bus. And then at the research station, oh yeah, there is one more wall weapon. There's the AK-74U, and I'm pretty sure it's 1,200 points if I remember this correctly. But I mean, it's not that bad. Only problem is you have to go through a bunch of crap to get ammo for it, unless you just get a max ammo since it's a wall weapon. And then the power station is blindingly bright there. So you get the 3 parts for the power switch, and then you spawn the boss of this map, the Avogadro. He is one of the worst bosses in Zombies history. And you could just not turn on power, which would make it so he wouldn't spawn in. But then the only perk you have is quick revive. And once you're on later rounds, you need jug, speed cola, stamina up, and all those perks. So you kind of need it to live. And then once you leave the power station, you have to go this place where it's winding, and then there's a lava pit in the bottom. The only problem is I've fallen down the lava pit a couple times, and even if you have quick revive, if you're on solo, you can't respawn. You automatically die even with quick revive. You could make the argument, just get good at the game, don't fall. Well, it's the same thing with Die Rise. Like, on Die Rise, I'm not worried about dying to zombies. I'm worried about dying from fall damage. So, that's one of the things I most hate about the map. That one feature. And then, So you can build a couple things on there if you're not what you build, because I don't really play Tranzit a lot. And then, in town, I don't think there's any wall weapons in town. Pretty much, well, there's technically a wall weapon, but it's not an actual gun, it's just the Galvanicles, which are 6,000 points, and getting the Galvanicles are the easiest way to get rid of the Avogadro, because, also with the Denizens, it's faster than using your knife with the Denizens, but it's 6,000 points, and then, I mean, it's hard to walk through the fog with all the denizens. The denizens won't kill you, but the zombies will. You can't shoot at the denizens while you have you cannot shoot at the zombies while you have a denizen on your head, which is annoying. And then, I'm pretty sure Stamina Up is also in town. I'm pretty sure. And then they have the banking system, which is flawed. It's useful, I guess, if you just want to stockpile, but it just kind of gets rid of the whole purpose of getting points. And I'm pretty sure Tombstone is also on in town. Tombstone is one of the most useless perks. I don't even think it does anything on solo. Pretty much on co-op, instead of you getting revived or anything, if you go down, it just makes you turn into a tombstone. And then once the round's over, which the other person has to finish the round, and if they die, then it's all over. You don't respawn until the round is over, which is not good for the other player. It's supposed to be used by bad players, because you keep all your guns. I don't remember if you keep your perks. I don't think you do. But it's just dumb. And then double tap might also be on in town. I don't know though, because I don't really play Tranzit. If I'm gonna play one of the maps in Tranzit, so with Tranzit you have Bus Depot, where you can either play regular Tranzit, then you have Farm, and then Town. If I'm gonna play any of those maps, I'm probably gonna play Town, because it's the one that actually has Pack-a-Punch, isn't Tranzit, Farm has perks, but yeah, Farm has perks, but and then, Bus Depot is the worst of the bunch because it doesn't have any perks. It just has the mystery box, the M14, the Olympia, that one shotgun. I forgot what it's called, and the MP sometimes. That's everything. And there's only one door you open, which is the door where you spawn inside the Bus Depot, or lobby, or whatever it is. And then, just not a great bunch of maps. Town is okay. Town is a lot better than the rest of them. Mostly because there's actually Pack-a-Punch and Room to Train-ish. Kind of hard to get lava. Tranzit, all the cancerous features. Just make the map cancerous. I think that would be kind of obvious. It's a mess of a map. And you can't go outside any of the main locations. Farm's completely useless. There is no point in going to farm besides grabbing a ladder, which you might as well. You have a Godro, it's just annoying. Town, if you can't talk, this is sad. If you run out of ammo in town, then you can't get a max ammo. All you can do is get Galvanicles, which isn't going to help you on the later rounds, so you're pretty much screwed. And the problem with Black Ops 2, I guess you could consider it a problem, is there's so many bad guns. The RPG, the SMR, the ballistic knife, the war machine, just to name a couple, are horrible. So when you go to the diner, you probably spent money to get the B23R, which is 1,000 points. So now you're out of points. Well, you're not out of points, but you have to pay $750 to get to the box, and pay $950 for the box. So even if you have enough for the box, you're only gonna have enough to spend it once. And then this is the most infuriating thing. You could get something like the ballistic knife. So usually if that happens, usually when I go to the diner, I don't even open up that door. I usually open up the door to the actual diner, so when I come back around, I can get speed cola without having to open the door. And if for some reason I want to, I'll just grab the MP5, but usually I save my money for the AK-74U. So what I do is I don't usually buy the M14 because it's going to be impossible for me to get ammo or the Olympia. And then I just go on the bus, save a bunch of points, buy the B23R, and then go around, open up that one door, and then go to the power station. Save up enough points to get the AK-74U. Go down into the power station and then turn on the power, and then I get out of there as fast as I can because I don't like it. There's not a lot of room down there. You just can't train because all the blocks, or whatever you want to call it, are blocked. So I get out of there and then I try to make buildable survey that you can make because there's parts all over the place. And then I just leave, go back on the bus is definitely not there, so I have to wait for the bus or show up to the fog. And then I go to town, get jug, and 5 and a points, get gamma knuckles, and stamina or whatever. And then I move back around to get voice track lunch, to get speed cola. And at that point, I'm just gonna try to pack a bunch of the guns, which is going to be impossible. And then I die. That's the rounds go by insanely slow on Tranzit because the zombies have to catch up to wherever you go. Let's say Modern Dead or 9 or any map that isn't as huge as Tranzit, and you have 7 of those like the bus. The rounds don't go by so slow, especially in a map like Tranzit, the 24 zombie kind of a little bit more version. But it's just the rounds go by so slow. So it's hard to get to a high round. 1, because it takes way too long. 2, the setup is not fun. It takes forever. And once you actually get to the high ground, not high ground. High ground? No. High round. I mean, it's not insanely hard. You can train someone. Try to at least. I don't know. Wait a bus people or something. It's not hard, but that's hard. And those are some of the reasons. Tranzit is actually my first thing. I never played Tranzit. Like, I played Call of Duty, but I never played zombies. So, whenever I was in my friend's zombie house, we'd always play zombies in the basement. It was either just me and my friend Tyler there too. We were just playing zombies. We were horrible. Even when we started on round 5, which gave you a bunch of points, and you were already started on 5, we were not good at all. We consider getting to round 15 amazing, and we were starting on round. And I remember we would already argue with each other, and we would open the next door. And we would never play Tranzit because, Tranzit was too hard for us because you could never play it because if someone died, then you're kind of screwed. So we would always play farm. I don't know why we would farm more than town, but we did. And then, it's like, most people, when they were younger and they played zombies, were probably terrified. So it would take up a lot of courage to do it. But now that I'm older, I'm not really scared of zombies, but back then it was terrifying. It just was. So I have a lot of nostalgia playing zombies on Tranzit, but the map is so bad, the nostalgia doesn't help. Like, I don't know, Kino, but Kino's a good map. It's just a little overrated because of nostalgia. I'm not saying Kino is a bad map. It's a good map. People hold it to such high. Don't go in the comments and be like, oh no, it's Kino's not that bad. No, Kino is more than not that bad. It's really good, actually. It's one of my favorite maps. But
Max ammo!
Probably what DLC zombies is after maps where wait, how? Berry was not good. And then Mob of the Dead was good, and Oregon was good, and then Newtown was just fun. So, Newtown and Berry were pretty much out there. My opinion, okay, it's fine. It's fine. But, Tranzit was not good. Tranzit. So yeah, it was. That's my opinion. For some reason, people like Transit. Probably because it was launch map, and launch maps are always the most popular, but probably not in Transit's case. If you made it to the end of the video, then thanks for listening to me, the worst narrator ever. Not really a narrator. So, if you made it here, please like or